This definition highlights that even if the gossip is true, it is still considered backbiting, and if it is false, it escalates to slander. What if you find yourself caught up in gossip unintentionally? It's important to remember that Allah sees and knows all things. The Islamic approach is clear: either speak well or remain silent. In our daily lives, gossiping has become normalized, so much so that it might seem natural to us, but we must resist this temptation. When you encounter gossip, remind others of its harmfulness. If they persist, choose to distance yourself. The Quran supports this action, stating, "And when they hear ill speech, they turn away from it." Quran 28:55. This teaches us to not partake in or entertain harmful talk. Additionally, when you come across a rumor, always assume the best about the people involved. If someone's actions appear wrong, try to understand their perspective. This approach can prevent us from dwelling on negativity and spreading harmful gossip. If you engage in gossip, seek forgiveness from Allah and from those you may have wronged. Remember, there are certain situations, like making a legal complaint or seeking help to prevent a wrongdoing, where speaking about someone's actions is necessary, but these are exceptions. 7. The heartless. The heartless is characterized by a lack of compassion and empathy, seemingly untouched by the suffering of others. In the realm of Islam, kindness and compassion are not just encouraged, they are essential qualities. Empathy is something we all seek from others, yet paradoxically, we often find ourselves reluctant to extend it ourselves. Reflecting on the life of our beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, we find that he was never heartless to anyone, friend or foe. As followers of such a great personality, we are encouraged to emulate this aspect of his character. Showing compassion and kindness should be inherent in every Muslim. A humble person is often a good listener, someone who can disagree amicably and maintain cordial relations with others. In today's world, there's a noticeable lack of empathy, sometimes even towards one's own family, including parents. Islam teaches us that humility and a gentle approach can break down barriers of aggression and hostility. The Quran warns that a person who is rude and harsh will struggle to get their points across, regardless of their validity. Such individuals are often disliked and fail to leave a positive impression on those they interact with. Doing good and harboring the right beliefs are intertwined in Islam. Practicing good deeds is seen as evidence of having the right belief in the heart. This is why the Quran frequently describes true Muslims as those who believe and do good deeds. The Prophet, peace be upon him, emphasized that the best among Muslims are those who exhibit the best behavior towards others. It's important to understand that those who become heartless often do so due to their own suffering and upbringing. They may project their pain onto the world, showing animosity towards everyone. However, it's crucial to recognize that sometimes what appears as heartlessness may be a defense mechanism in specific situations, like dealing with manipulative individuals or discerning insincerity. 8. The deceiver. Number 8 on our list is the deceiver, an individual who engages in dishonesty and manipulation to achieve their objectives, often at the cost of others. Deception and manipulation are despicable traits that go against the very essence of decency and integrity. Picture this scenario. You're working diligently on a project at work, investing late nights to ensure its success. You have a colleague, let's call him Mark, who seems friendly and collaborative. One day, during a senior management meeting, you're stunned to see your idea, the one you've painstakingly developed, being presented by Mark as his own. No credit is given to you. This is a classic example of deception, where individuals like Mark thrive on using others for personal gain. Such behavior is starkly contrasted in an incident involving Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He once noticed a food stall where the surface of the food seemed dry, but upon digging deeper, he found it was wet underneath. The owner admitted it was damaged by rain. The Prophet, peace be upon him, questioned why the damaged part wasn't put on top so that buyers could see it. His response highlights a fundamental Islamic principle: honesty and transparency in all dealings. "Whoever cheats us is not one of us," the Prophet declared, underscoring the severity of deceit in Islam. In Islam, cheating and deception are seen as alien to the noble character of a true Muslim. On the day of resurrection, every traitor will have a banner announcing their betrayal. Imagine those who thought their deceitful acts were forgotten, finding them exposed to the world. Deception can manifest in various forms, from cheating in exams to dishonesty in business transactions and even in personal relationships. A true Muslim, guided by Islamic principles, avoids deceit, treachery, and lying, regardless of any perceived benefits or profits. Such actions are not only condemned, but are also considered signs of hypocrisy in Islam. 9. The hypocrite. Number 9 on our list is the hypocrite, an individual who presents a false appearance of virtue or religion. Hypocrisy in Islam is considered one of the most dangerous moral failings, as it involves deception not only of others, but of oneself. Consider this scenario. A person publicly displays their piety and adherence to religious practices, but privately they engage in actions that contradict their outward show of faith. This behavior is the essence of hypocrisy. It's not just about failing to practice what one preaches. It's about consciously projecting a false image of righteousness and devotion. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, warned sternly against hypocrisy. He described the signs of a hypocrite. When he speaks, he lies. When he makes a promise, he breaks it. And when he is trusted, he betrays his trust. This description underscores the damaging nature of hypocrisy, where dishonesty, unreliability, and treachery are prominent. In Islam, hypocrisy is viewed as a grave sin because it sows discord and distrust within the community. It undermines the very foundations of integrity and sincerity that are essential in a harmonious and functioning society. The Quran addresses hypocrisy on several occasions, illustrating its seriousness. In Surah Al-Baqarah 2:8-10, Allah speaks of people who claim to believe in Allah and the Last Day, but in reality they do not truly believe. Their hearts are diseased, and Allah increases their disease due to their hypocrisy. To guard against hypocrisy, Muslims are encouraged to align their inner beliefs and intentions with their outward actions. It's about being genuine and sincere in faith, in our dealings with others, and in our adherence to Islamic teachings. 10. The materialist. The last on our list is the materialist, characterized by an excessive or primary focus on material possessions and worldly pleasures over spiritual values. In Islam, this trait is cautioned against, as it often leads to a life driven by greed and superficiality, overlooking the deeper purpose of our existence. Imagine a person whose life revolves solely around accumulating wealth, chasing the latest trends, or indulging in luxurious lifestyles. Their happiness and self-worth are tied to their material possessions. This behavior epitomizes materialism. While Islam does not prohibit enjoying the bounties of this world, it emphasizes moderation and reminds us that the true purpose of life extends beyond mere material gains. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, addressed this issue by teaching the importance of simplicity and contentment. He said, "Richness is not having many belongings, but richness is being content with oneself." This profound statement highlights that true wealth lies in contentment and gratitude, not in the accumulation of material possessions. The Quran also provides guidance on this matter. In Surah Al-Takathur 102:1-2, Allah warns, "The mutual rivalry for piling up the good things of this world diverts you from the more serious things until you visit the graves." This surah reminds us that the pursuit of material wealth often distracts people from their spiritual and moral responsibilities. In combating materialism, Islam encourages believers to focus on their spiritual growth and to use their wealth and resources for the betterment of society. Muslims are reminded to be generous, to share their blessings with those less fortunate, and to remember that everything they have is a trust from Allah to be used in a manner that pleases Him. If you learnt something from this, please let's share it in the comment section below. And if this video has made you realize that you possess any of these qualities, I suggest watching my video on forgiveness. May Allah forgive us.